안녕하세요. JK 한국어입니다. This is the very first lesson of your Korean grammar. We're gonna study how Korean basic sentence is formed. And also we're gonna study different endings of sentences and see how we can use it. Are you ready? Let's begin. Basic sentence structure. Structure of English sentence is like this. Subject, verb, and noun. Like, I am Tom. But Korean sentence is formed subject, noun, and verb. Very important thing that you should remember is in Korean sentences, always verbs and adjectives are placed at the end. Very important. There is a Korean saying that Korean, you need to listen carefully until the end because the most important part with this verb or adjective is always at the end. So, if we say I'm Tom in Korean, it will be I, Tom, am. 저 탐이에요. I drink water in Korean, it will be I water drink. 저 물 마셔요. Because drink has to be at the end of the sentence as a verb. What we're gonna study today is something that equivalent in English to be. 이다. To be in English has many forms like am, are, is, being, been, and so on. Korean to be, 이다, is very similar. 이다 is a base form just like to be in English. We call it dictionary form as well because this form is used for the dictionary. And it's conjugated as well. While English to be is conjugated by who is the subject, first person, second person, or third person. To be, 이다, in Korean is conjugated based on politeness. There are many levels of politeness in Korean grammar. The most basic levels are these three: casual, polite, and formal polite. Casual form is used in between close friends or to younger people. But even though someone is younger than you, if you just met the person first time, it can be rude to use this casual form right away. So it depends on what kind of a relationship you have with the listener. Polite form. This is used in most of situations. When you're at the restaurant, supermarket, asking some question to random people, talking to a friend of your friend, or other similar situations. Formal polite form is literally used in formal situation, in a military, business, or for public announcements. There is no certain borderline in between polite form and formal polite form. Very often, those two are mixed in a conversation, like, 아, 그래요? 알겠습니다. In Korean, subject is not always required to form a sentence unlike English. When we want to say, this is a cup, we cannot just say, is a cup without a subject. We need a subject, this, it, that, something like that. But in Korean, we just say, 컵이다. That is literally is a cup without a subject. 이다 is placed at the end of the sentence and it cannot be used by itself. It always needs a noun to be attached, like 컵이다, 펜이다. We talked about Korean has many conjugated form and it depends on the level of politeness. But also the form is different based on the previous letter. So from now on, we are gonna see the actual conjugated forms. Let's see this table. There are 6 variations. The column of this table is politeness and the row is about the previous letter. So the conjugation rule is whether the previous letter ends in consonant or vowel. For example, there is a word 물, which means water. This letter 물 ends in a consonant, so ending has to be one of these. 물이야, 물이에요, 물입니다. Let's say there is a word 차, which means tea. 차, this letter doesn't have 받침, no consonant, ends in vowel, right? So one of these last column will be attached, like 차야, 차예요, 차입니다. As you see, the formal polite doesn't have any differences whether it ends in a consonant or a vowel. But in casual and polite form, when it ends in consonant, it has one more letter, which is E. It's because the final consonant needs a cushion that makes sound softer and pronounce it easier. When you pronounce it, the final consonant will transfer to the following circle position that doesn't have sound value, right? So one more E sound gives it a little more space. That's the reason why we have different conjugation rule. Would you like to see more examples in practice? Let's read this conjugated form of 이다 together. Casual, 이야, 야. Polite, 이예요, 예요. Formal polite, 입니다, 입니다. There are 5 words. Let's see one by one. 학생. This one ends in consonant, so casual form of this is 학생이야. Polite form is 학생이에요. Formal polite, 학생입니다. 선생님. 선생님 ends in consonant as well. So, casual, 선생님이야. Polite, 선생님이에요. Formal polite, 선생님입니다. 친구, 친구, 구 ends in vowel. So, casual, 친구야. Polite, 친구예요. Formal polite, 친구입니다. 아버지, 아버지 ends in vowel. Casual, 아버지야. Polite, 아버지예요. Formal polite, 아버지입니다. 어머니, 어머니, ni ends in vowel. So, casual, 어머니야. Polite, 어머니예요. Formal polite, 어머니입니다. Question form. Question form is super simple. For casual and polite form, just add a question mark and change your intonation like a question. 이야? 이예요? But formal polite form changes to 입니까? The last letter changes to 까. 입니까? Let's practice this question form as well. 책. 책 ends in consonant. So casual form is 책이야. Polite. 책이에요. Formal polite. 책입니까? 아버지. It ends in vowel. Casual form. 아버지야. Polite. 아버지예요. Formal polite. 아버지입니까? 선생님. 선생님 ends in consonant. So casual, 선생님이야. Polite, 선생님이에요. Formal polite, 선생님입니까? 사람. 사람 ends in consonant. Casual, 사람이야. Polite, 사람이에요. Formal polite, 사람입니까? Last one. 한국. 한국. 국 ends in consonant as well. Casual way. 한국이야. Polite. 한국이에요. Formal polite. 한국입니까? Let's make a little conversations. This conversation is between JK and Mina in casual form. JK, 학생이야? Mina, 응, 학생이야. There is no subject, so it's not clear to ask about whom. It can be, are you a student? Or it also can be, is she a student? We're going to study how to use a subject in Korean sentences next time. So today, let's focus on ending of the sentences. 학생이야 is student. 응 means yes in casual way. So 응 학생이야 means yes student. 책이야? 응 책이야. 책 means book. So the question is book? Mina, 응, yes. 책이야, book. It's not clear, is this a book or is that a book? So just let's say, is it a book? And answer is yes, it's a book. 물이야? 아니, 차야. 물 is water. So the question is it water? And Mina says 아니. 아니 means no in casual way. 차야. 차 is a tea. So the answer is no, it's tea. Let's see another conversations in polite form. JK. 한국이에요? Korea? 미나. 네, 한국이에요. Yes, Korea. 네 means yes in polite form. So, 네, yes, 한국이에요, Korea. JK, 선생님이에요? Teacher? 미나, 네, 선생님이에요. Teacher. JK, 물이에요? 아니요, 차예요. 물 means water, so water. 미나, 아니요, no. 아니요 means no in polite form. In casual form, 아니 is no, so we can simply add you at the end to be polite. 아니요, no, 차예요. It's tea. And let's see the conversations in formal polite form. 친구입니까? Friend? 네, 친구입니다. 네 means yes, 친구입니다. Friend. 아버지입니까? Father? 네, yes, 아버지입니다. Father. 차입니까? Tea? 아니요, no. 물입니다. Water. It is a super basic conversations and we'll study how to add subject in the sentences next time. If it was helpful, please click like and subscribe to my channel to see more grammars. We're gonna do it little by little and I'll be here to help you. I'll see you again next time. Thank you. 감사합니다. 다음 시간에 다시 만나요. 안녕.